If you like what you see, why don't you think about subscribing? And make sure to check out my channel for videos just like this. What is going on, folks? It's Mr. Bucket List here, and today I bring you all everything that's on location at Margaritaville at Sea. Let's do it. Now, if you're new to the channel or returning, first I just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to have you all back here. It feels good to be back on the cruise. As you all saw from the title of this video, I do show everything in this ship. So all the areas, rooms, day and night, everything possible. So with that said, as always, I'll have some timestamps in there. So if you all want to jump around and go to particular portions, that's up to you. Just check the description. Now, before we get on to the video, first I just want to say thank you to whoever you are that's watching this video. My channel is taking a nosedive. I'm not doing anything different. It's just taking a nosedive. I'm going days without getting new subs. I'm barely getting views, and I know it's all from the shorts and the whole structure and the algorithm. So I thank you all so much, and please, if you don't mind sharing this video, sharing another video, sharing my channel, leaving a like, leaving a comment. It cost me a lot more money to make this video than what I actually make in return. So again, you all know I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my videos. I take my time, and so any support would be appreciated, because it's just getting to the point where it's just not feasible to make these videos or just make YouTube content in general because of the algorithm and what they want now. But I love showing you all what's on board. I love doing this for you all because you all are curious. That's why you search for this video. It's for you. Other than that, again, I apologize about the little mini rant, but this is for you. I just want to kind of mention that, and we'll go from there. Enjoy the video. Alrighty, so let's get this tour going. What we're going to do is actually go from the bottom to the top, starting off with deck 5. Now, deck 5 is actually the main deck when you pretty much when you get on board. So when you get on the gangway, this is going to be the level you'll be on starting off. Of course, the first thing you're going to see is the dancers, and of course this lovely huge flip-flop. So again, it's a spectacle when you first walk in. It's not as big as other ships that I've been on, obviously, but then again, it's just, you hear so much about how small the ship is, but I guarantee you, once you're there, it still feels like any old cruise ship. Like, it definitely has that scale that you only can find on the cruise ship, and I thoroughly enjoy it. And obviously, this ship is older. I believe the ship is actually older than myself, but either way, it's really nice. And of course, you have your two different desks when you first walk on board. So if you need to go to guest services or also excursions. From my experience, it wasn't really that much of a line, but I'll be honest, as far as when it comes to the information desk, they weren't really helpful. I'll say that. But I was able to get what I needed and be about my way. And then as far as the excursions, so even though they have this desk when you first get on board, they actually do all your excursions, and you book everything and you reserve everything in the terminal. So when I end up doing my full honest review, like I always do my solo review, you all will see that. So I honestly had no reason to go there, but it is there if you want to come back, like during the cruise, you want to book something. It's only a 2-day cruise, but if you want to kind of book something last minute, you do have that option. And then they also have some furniture and stuff like that. Again, you all know I wake up early to do these videos, so I can show you all everything without people walking in my way. So it was about 5 o'clock in the morning, but again, it's in really nice condition. It's fairly clean. A lot of people like to just rag on this cruise ship, and it does have issues, but as far as how clean it is and the layout and just, that's no issue. That's not an issue whatsoever, as you all can probably see in this video. Now, the next portion that we're going to go to is the chapel. I have nothing to do with this chapel. I just walked in and kind of walked out. But if this is your religion, if you're someone that believes in this and you need a chapel on board, here you go. Alrighty, so that's pretty much all that there is on the level number 5. There are plenty of elevators, so as you all can see, they have 4. I believe they have 4 on each side. I can't really say that I waited long for an elevator, but there were plenty of times where it was just packed. And I was like, you know what, man, I'm going 2 floors up or 3 floors up. I'm good. So I just walked up the stairs, as you all can see I'm doing now. But again, when you're on a smaller cruise ship, it's not that big of a deal if you're walking up 2 and 3 flights of stairs versus something like Wonder of the Seas, where you're potentially walking up 17, 18 decks. This is number 8 right here. And this is almost like this feels like the main level for the cruise ship for entertainment that's not the pool deck. This actually leads to the Stars on the Water Theater, which I thoroughly enjoyed, especially because I had a little VIP package, and you all will see where we have to sit at during it. But it was nice. It was really cool. Again, it's a bar, it's a theater, just somewhere to hang out and chill. This is the bar area right here. It wasn't bad. It was really nice. You felt really intimate. Even if you sat in the higher seats, it still felt really good and intimate as far as the shows. And then this right here is the actual area. And so as you walk to these like little blue, well, these teal and orange looking chairs, that is the VIP section. And the burgundy chairs up top, that's actually the standard section. But the theater's not that big. So I mean, either way, you're going to get a good view. But as you all will see in a later clip in a few seconds, sitting in VIP is an experience, and I'll just kind of leave it at that and let you all check it out. Now that we are back, so they do have this piano outside of here. I never actually saw anybody playing on it, and it's crazy because it's like they had this pianist, and I thought he was going to be playing on it, and like I went to the time that it started, and everyone's like crowding up. I was like, why is nobody near the piano? And then he was actually near some, I guess, some synthesizer to the right, so I got a terrible seat, and so I just ended up leaving, but that's there. And then they also have this area, which I actually thoroughly appreciate. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it because I never used it, but I appreciate it. It was this game room, and they actually had quite a few amount of games over here, and a good variety too. Monopoly, Jenga, Trouble, Hungry Hippos, just all the little board games that you're used to playing with your family. This is it. And I was actually a little bit worried when I walked over here because I was like, oh no, I hope this is not a smoking section, because this has that look, that old school look that smoking sections usually have. But that wasn't it. It was just for board games and stuff. Pretty. And then pretty much, I mean, as you all can see, they have all the games in the cabinets. And you just pull them out. There's no charge or anything like that. But you just pull them out. And then basically you can just play. Again, I was on a solo cruise. It was a 2-night cruise. So, I mean, there was really no time to play games for the type of things I do on cruises. But if that's your type of thing, then here it is. This room was nice as well, the conference center. Again, every cruise ship I've been on has had one of these, and I mean, I've never actually been on a cruise, like a business cruise per se, where I'm like with a, I don't know, like an employer or something. But I think it's still cool. Either way, it's just really cool. Like, I would love to potentially have like some type of event that I'm hosting, and we all first like maybe meet up in the conference room and like, I don't know, just maybe I'll answer questions or something like that, and then just kind of just do my usual like cruise experience. It seems classy to me, and so it's just something I would love to do, but I don't know how I would do it where it wouldn't seem like it's like boring or something, if you get what I'm saying. It's cool to have, is all I'm trying to say. Now I will say this. So I mean, previously, and this is kind of off track, but previously when I worked at Universal Studios, they actually did have like conferences and things like that where they rent out the park. And oh man, I mean, if I worked at a job that said, you know what, we're gonna have this retreat on this cruise ship, like I would not mind going to one of these dang conference rooms, because that would be amazing. And then next we have Euphoria. So again, this is more of that main area I was talking about, the ship. Just deck 8 in general, it just seems like this hit the main area. But I thoroughly enjoyed this area as well. Basically, this is almost equivalent to the atrium in my opinion. This is like a hangout spot. Again, this is 5 a.m. in the morning, so that's why it's dead. But this is like a hangout spot for the ship. And during the nighttime, oh, this place was popping. I'm like, my goodness, like I couldn't find a seat. That's how many people were with people standing against the wall. It was crazy. And like they're like playing games and dancing games and musicians and stuff like that. It was a really good time. I think I will add a little snippet in here so you all can see it. But yeah, I mean, you have this, and then right across the way you actually have a bar as well. And then you had multiple acts that came up to this little stage area and played as well. So it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. Now I will say, I mean, that's the one reason why I don't mind waking up this early in the morning to do these type of videos, because it's just, you get to appreciate the ship even more around this time. I mean, during the day when people are walking by and looking at you weird for recording and just being nosy, it's just not the same. But this is just, it's just a perfect vibe. And then this is what I was talking about. So this is almost low-key before things started. This is like when one of the little performances was going on. But like I said, this is pretty much a hangout spot during the day or the nighttime. And then this is the bar that accompanies it. Again, this is early in the morning, so it's closed. But this was actually open. As soon as we got on board, this bar was actually packed. Next up, we have the MDR, the main dining room. So this is Finn's. Again, I didn't know much about Virgin Voyages. My goodness, yeah, I'm going on Virgin Voyages in like a week, so that's the reason I'm thinking about it. But this is my first time really kind of getting any information about Jimmy Buffett and Margaritaville at Sea, and so that's the main reason why I do these videos. But I really couldn't find much about the food other than pictures, and I will end up doing a whole video on just the food alone. But I couldn't really find a good tour of the dining room either. That's why I want to do this video. I say it to say because this dining room is actually beautiful. Again, it's not grand as far as like the scale and the height of it like Royal Caribbean ships, but it is elegant. Again, this ship is old, y'all. I mean, this ship is literally old. I mean, and for it to still have this condition, I mean, I know they remodeled it here and there, but to me, for the price, I mean, you can get on this cruise ship. If you pick the right day, you can get on this cruise ship for $100. And so, I mean, it's like what you're paying for and what you're getting, in my opinion, is worth it. And I mean, I'll definitely go into more detail with my solo review. So if you all are not familiar with my channel, each and every time I always do an honest solo review. And that's the reason why, is because I can only show you but so much in the tour. But as far as my honest thoughts, I have to give you all the full experience. Just quickly, so that was the main dining room, and then right beside it, they're actually connected, is JWB, the steakhouse. I enjoyed this as well as a part of my VIP package, so I ate breakfast here twice, I ate dinner here once. Beautiful. It looks almost identical. I think they have different chairs, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe they're the same, I don't really know. But again, it's still nice. And then now we are heading up to the next deck, and this is more of the shopping area. So like I said, the area that we're leaving is more of an atrium area. This is more shops, and you have like, I wouldn't really say quick service food, but you have like coffee, and you have the little pizza place, and you have, like I said, shopping, things like that. And then you also have the casino, other things as well. But I'll just kind of explain as we walk along. So again, this ship is old, but they have that margarita feel to it. And a lot of people kept asking me, like, did they do enough to update it? How does it feel? And my only complaints actually comes from my original room that I had. You all will see in a bit. Eventually, I did get transferred to a standard room. I just was so tired, and I just didn't feel like recording, so you all won't see that. But my original room was the issue. But before we can get to that, so again, this is the shops and stuff like that. They actually have really late times. The shops didn't open up until like 6 p.m. or something like that. And I mean, at 6 p.m., I'm not thinking about doing these type of videos. I'm eating, I'm drinking, I'm doing stuff. So it just wasn't happening. You have to see the outside of it. But again, it's a nice chill area. I did come up here for the muster drill. I came up here just to do other things. And it was nice. It's a really nice area. I did not try out that coffee shop. So I don't drink coffee. I've never had it. But the VIP package I did have included coffee and also like food and stuff that was up here, which is like the ice cream parlor and stuff like that. And I completely forgot about it, and so I'm pretty upset. And then as far as the pizza place, I did see this, but it was an upcharge, and I had all the other stuff. I was like, you know what, I'm good. But the cool thing is it actually does have that little robot that comes out and delivers the pizza to you, then it goes back to the kitchen. So if you want to see that, come up here, maybe just stand around for a little bit, or maybe get a meal, and your pizza will come out via a robot. And then of course you have your ATM. I highly discourage anybody from using the ATM. Who in the world knows what type of fees they have on it? And even though most banks do reimburse you for the fees, I still wouldn't take that chance. I mean, just go ahead and get the money before you get on the ship. And then of course, again, you have more shops that were closed. Yep, so 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. That is just strange hours. But anyway, you have different shops, so you can buy shoes, electronics, photos, things like that. They are all here if that's your type of thing, duty free. Next up, we have the casino. Again, you all know I don't gamble. I've never gambled in my life, don't plan on it. But I do thoroughly enjoy walking through the casino just to see all the lights and the action and stuff like that. It's usually pretty nuts. Obviously, again, this is early in the morning, so that's not going on. Everything was closed. But it was still nice to see. This ship actually had a decent sized casino. I mean, go figure, but it was actually pretty nice. A good variety. Good size, and at least from my knowledge, I don't remember it smelling like smoke. I've been on Norwegian Breakaway where the entire ship and the whole middle of the ship smelled like smoke and moldy smoke from that dang casino, but at least on this one, I couldn't smell it. It smelled like that cheap refreshener that like motels use, which isn't the best smell in the world, but it's a lot better than smelling that smoke smell. Next up, we have the Oasis room. So again, this is an area I enjoyed as well. I guess my issue is all the areas I did enjoy, because the cruise was so short, I really only went there for maybe about 20 to 30 minutes. I loved it, had a good time. I left, went somewhere else. And that was just pretty much the end of the cruise. But this area was pretty cool. So at least in my opinion, I believe it's supposed to be like the nightclub for the ship or whatever. And the reason why I enjoyed it so much, as you all can see, one, it's a lot of seats. Two, the view is beautiful. While I was here, we actually saw a ship in the distance, and everybody was staring at it during the nighttime. During the daytime, I'm sure it's nice as well. And then just the vibe. So I mean, it's got a bar, it's got the piano, got the views, different musicians. I was there, and 2 different acts came up. It was a trio first, and then a DJ that had like the dance club atmosphere and all that stuff. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So if you want like a laid-back club type atmosphere that changes, it's not just current music. It's like old school disco. It's just, depending on the hour, it's different music. This is the place to go. 06. Let's do it. This door's tough. Now I will tell you all, when I first walked in here, I just bust out laughing. I'm not even mad about it. Why on earth did they give me bunk beds like I'm a child? I'm blown away. I mean, it's so cool because you got a lot of space, even though it's like really thin, as you all can see. But what is going on? Like, imagine if I was here with my wife or my girlfriend, whoever. Oh man, it's just hilarious. So let me start here. I have bunk beds. I'm gonna ask if I can get it switched around. It doesn't look like it, but we'll see. But currently, right now, I do have 2 different bunk beds. I'm probably gonna sleep on the bottom because I want to be safe. Let's see, down here, at least you got a cheap little light. But that's that, and then you got some plugs right here, which is actually pretty convenient, I'm not gonna lie. You got a USB plug and then a light switch. Okay, and there's some other stuff down there. But this is the bunk bed. This tour is actually gonna be pretty quick because there's not much to it. You got a light up here, and then you got another light up there as well, a reading light. And then right here, have a little stool, and so most likely if I do my computer, I'm either going to sit using that or sit over there, which I'll show in a bit. That comes with this little stool, and you have a ladder to get up to the top bunk. Let's keep rolling. So as you can see, the design is different. It's cool. It's nice. And then of course you got a TV. It's a Samsung, good quality. It looks like it's 4K resolution, at least from the size of it. So not bad for the TV. And then you do have water. So $4.95 per bottle, which isn't terrible for that type of price. And then you got your cup of ice and stuff. And then you have a second stool. And right here, I can set up my laptop as long as there's a plug, which there is right here. So laptop, plugs, all that stuff right here. Good to go. I got this as soon as I got on board, so I already have my little blender, which is great. And then let's keep on going. So for the storage space, you have a safe. Then you have some different life preservers. You have this cubby right here. You got some different drawers. So 4 of those, and then you got cubbies down there as well. Again, you all, this is a 2-night cruise. So, I mean, if you can't find enough space, oh, there we go. That does it all. That makes up for the stupid bunk beds. They got the bathrobe, y'all. If you know about my channel, you know I love my bathrobes, and absolutely, I am wearing this to the spa tomorrow. It comes with 2 different bathrobes. And then over there, let's see what that is. So even more storage space. So again, I don't need all this because it's just me and this is a 2-nighter. But 4 more drawers right here. And main switch. So yeah, that turns the light off. Cool. And you got hangers, you got shelf space up here. You got an old school thermostat, but at least you got one right here. So again, this ship is probably older than myself. It's not the same age as me. But it's not bad for the usual price. Now this is Thanksgiving, so it's a little bit more expensive, but it's still not too bad. And then this is the bathroom. I'm trying to show myself here. Standard shower, circle shower, not bad. It's actually about the same size as you would see in a solo cabin on NCL, so I'm really surprised that they expect 2 people to be in here, but it's not bad for me. Fun looking design. You got your standard toilet, and then you got your sink and all that stuff. And I'm trying to keep myself out the camera so you can't see me. But good space, nice and clean. It's newer looking. It's not like fresh new, but it's, again, for this ship's age, it's not bad at all. And then you got a nice little picture. So that's pretty much it. Again, this is Margaritaville. I'll give you all one last pan. What you see is what you get. It's Mr. Bucket List. Peace out. Alright folks, so this is something I definitely want to do for this room. This is extremely important, is the outlets. Let me show you what we got. We got one right here, that's a standard US port. Got a 220 voltage, I can't really use that one. Over here, you got one USB port. These are nothing that I'm aware of. And that's it. That's all you have in this room, y'all. It's just that one USB port and then that one down there. And then I'm naked right now, so hopefully I don't get in the camera, but that's the lights. That's not a port. There are no ports up there. This is a port that only works for the hot iron, for the blow dryer. And here we are at deck 10. So this is where the buffet is located, and also the bar, and the famous bar where you can get basically the Margaritaville restaurant type food at. I thoroughly enjoyed the buffet. I was really surprised. I mean, it wasn't the biggest buffet, obviously, but in my opinion, the quality of the food, top notch. For this type of cruise and the price you're paying to get on this thing, it was actually really good. I was really surprised, or maybe because I'm on a diet and I've been on a diet for about a month now and I was just starving. But either way, I had no complaints. I didn't get sick. The food quality was good for a buffet, a good variety. Right here is the first part, and then you can go into the back and see there's a second part to it as well. Again, this is before the morning time it got going, so they're kind of setting up breakfast and stuff like that. But I liked it. Like the colors, it was never hard to find a seat. It was never crazy. I mean, some buffets you go to on a cruise ship, and one of my friends, she's actually on a cruise ship right now, and she calls them vultures and animals because, you know, people knock you over just to get some food at a buffet with unlimited food. And Yeah, it's just how it is. And so that I just did not experience it on this cruise ship. I don't know if I went at the wrong time or what, but it just wasn't an issue. And again, I know I keep talking about the food, you all. I promise you all there will be another video that'll be out, or potentially by the time you watch this video, it'll already be out. But I will make a separate video just focused on the food, so you can watch that as well. Once I do, I'll link it in the description for you. Now, this is the 5 o'clock somewhere bar. Again, I didn't actually eat at this bar. I did see the food. They had some amazing wings, and I was like, ugh. Like, I love wings, but I just couldn't. I was like, you know what, man? I paid all this, like, I paid a lot for this cruise, y'all. Like, I upgraded it to the max outside of my room, and yeah, I mean, what most people paid, I probably paid about 3 times what they paid. And I'm a solo cruiser, so I got charged double anyway. But either way, when I was there, I was like, you know what? I've spent enough money. I'm not really trying to spend extra money on food when I don't need to. But the food did look appetizing, and then the views as well. I mean, just come to the back of the ship, whether it's day or night, it's beautiful. So if you're not going crazy overboard with pre-spending before you get on this cruise, I would highly recommend coming here and getting some wings. This one guy had probably about 6 different trays that he took back to his room because they were that good. Now we are on the pool deck, deck 11 and 12. Now I thoroughly, again, I just loved the atmosphere on this pool. So right now, this was right after we had, well, about to leave the port in Freeport, Bahamas. So it wasn't too crazy because most people were either still on the port, well, still in the port, or they were in the room changing, or whatever the case, they just weren't on the pool deck. It had a fun atmosphere during the day when there were actually activities going on. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. As far as just the vibe and the views and everything like that, it was just a really good time. So it's not the biggest pool deck, obviously. It's not the newest looking, it's not the most high functioning, high quality, whatever. It's a pool deck. You got your views, you got plenty of seating. I never had an issue finding seats. The pool towel guy is down the way where you can go and get your pool towels and easily check in and out. As you all can see right here, they actually have showers, so you can basically, if you need to, take a shower before you get in the pool. I mean, there's so many different things about this pool deck. It's just a pool deck. It's a cruise pool deck. It has everything you need. It's functional, and I hate to use that word for a pool deck, but it's everything you need. It's not extravagant at all. It's just there. And I do appreciate the loungers. So they actually have a lot of these little loungers that I'm sitting on right now, and they work great. They're really good, and they're free. You don't have to pay extra, and they're usually readily available. I mean, people do put their towels there where they shouldn't do that. But for the most part, it's pretty easy to get one if you desire, as you can see right here. And then, like I was mentioning, as far as getting the pool towels, this is the guy right here. Thankfully, at least as far as my knowledge, they didn't get charged for losing any towels or anything like that. You just sign your name, you tell them how many towels you want, and you just bring it back. In the story. And then this is the big one. So the reason why I say that is I actually told the people here in the spa that I was actually a YouTuber, so they gave me like a full professional tour. And then at the very end of it, they hit me with a caveat and said, well, I don't want to have my face in the video, and I don't want you to see my name and stuff like that, which I don't mind. People are camera shy, but I had to do a lot of just editing to make sure this young lady's face didn't get on board, well, in the video. And I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about the lady that's going to be walking me through. So check it out. Now, being that this nice lady asked me not to show her face or have her voice in the video, that's the reason why I'm kind of just going to give you all just some background and just kind of talk over what she's saying. She gave a really thorough tour, and I'm kind of sad that she didn't want to be in it because she can explain things a lot better than I can. But basically, this spa, again, for the size of this ship, the age of this ship, the spa was pretty great. This is also my first time ever receiving any type of professional massage, and so the reason why is because I was like, figured, you know what? I mean, the spa was already included in my little package I got. If you all aren't familiar, I actually got the solo license to chill package, and I'll do a review on that shortly as well. But that included an actual massage, and so I was like, you know what? I usually would never buy something like that on my own, but I did. And then once I got there, they asked me if I wanted to upgrade, and I said, you know what? I mean, I didn't really have to pay extra for the spa, so I might as well get the upgrade. And Oh my goodness. I mean, so the full body massage, it came with like these little hot stones and little rags and stuff like that. It was amazing. The only thing I did not like, even though I guess it's kind of a good thing, was as you all can see in this current room, you have like views and stuff. So when I got my massage, we were actually ported in Freeport, Bahamas, and it was beautiful outside, but they actually took me into one of those little rooms where it didn't have any windows and stuff like that. So that's the only thing I can say is kind of, I wouldn't say a negative, but I just wish it was a little bit better. Have a nice view. But the cool thing about this spa is, it's cool but also unique, is this spa is actually connected, as you all can see, to the gym. So I was kind of thinking, like, wait, isn't that kind of weird? Like, you in the gym and you're like grunting and all that stuff, but you step right over to the spa, and I mean, it's nice and quiet and relaxing. It kind of threw me off, but at the same time, it makes sense. I mean, after you go to a gym and have a good workout, you want to relax and kind of just kick back and shower and stuff. And it's all right there. So I mean, it's brilliant. It's just not used to it being so close. I mean, usually with other ships, because they're so much bigger. I mean, the spa is usually like in a completely different room on the other side of the ship, and it was unique, is what I'm trying to say. But this is it. This is the spa. Now we are going to head to the gym. As you all can see, the hours from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. This gym surprised me as well. Like I said, this ship is old, y'all, and just for it to have all of this, I mean, it's like they updated and upgraded everything that actually mattered outside of that room. Everything else was like good. I mean, like I said, the gym is nice. I mean, you can tell the equipment's recent. The spa, for the most part, is like I said, you can tell everything's for the most part is recent. Yeah, some of the beds look a little bit older, but everything is just, again, this value for what you're getting is is phenomenal if you catch it on the right day. And then, of course, like any spa, you do have your steam room. You have a sauna. You have like little spa services, so like manicures, pedicures, things like that. Again, like I said, I don't want to kind of go too in depth with it. She was really nice. Like I said, she gave me a full tour, and so I just want to make sure I use the footage that she gave me. But I mean, what you expect out of a spa is going to be here. Just that simple. Like I was saying earlier, so these are the stones that I was mentioning and the rags and all that stuff. And honestly, this is the reason why I upgraded it. So when she was explaining it to me and how good it would feel and stuff like that, I was like, you know what, I'll go ahead and try it out. And I'm glad I did. It was definitely worth it. And again, like I was saying, so this is just another portion of the actual salon/spa area. And she was letting me know that a lot of this stuff is going to be updated and things like that. And so she recommended that I come back again on the cruise. I believe she said July of 2023, I believe. But yeah, so you can definitely tell it's a work in progress, but again, it's not bad for the current price. I mean, yes, I have been on MSC, and MSC is cheap as well, and MSC, everything is new. I mean, so it's just not really comparison, but as far as getting a short weekend cruise, it's very hard to find those, and this is a constant 2-day cruise over and over and over again. So if that's what you're looking for, I mean, this is definitely for you. And here we are back at the pool deck. right here we have the adults only area, which again I thoroughly enjoyed, not only because it was adults only, but this is where the hot tubs are located. And I thoroughly enjoyed the hot tubs at night. But yeah, so I mean, you have a bar, you have a pool, you have 2 hot tubs, you have a good view. This is the back of the ship, like most adult only areas, and I liked it. I really liked it a lot. It was really cool. Now I will say this: so there was a time period, like when we first boarded, when there were some kids and they were just running around acting stupid. I'm just like, what is going on here? But for the most part, they do enforce the adults only vibe, which is really nice and really refreshing to see. These are the hot tub areas I was mentioning. So again, it was very nice. I mean, I just love how the colors change. So this is not me doing any type of editing or anything like that. This is actual color rotation in this pool, and it actually changed quite frequently. If I'm not mistaken, it was like maybe every 15-30 seconds. But it was cool. So I guess they have like some little lights inside the pools, and that's how they do that. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then now we are heading up to one of the last areas on the ship before I end this video. This is actually the hangout area. So what that basically means is it's like, almost for kids. It's like games and stuff like that. But I mean, if you're an adult and you want to play pool or whatever, it's up here. I didn't spend much time up here outside of doing this tour for you all, but it was nice. It was just really good variety, and it actually takes like just standard like cash and quarters and stuff like that. So none of that weird token system that other cruise ships usually have. They have some good games. Now they have some weird games I've never seen before, like the Walking Dead crossbow crap. But as you all can see, pool table, things like that. It was a really good time. So again, I enjoyed this cruise. The full tour is, the full honest review is coming up. My solo experience that I'm known for, at least on YouTube. I hope you all enjoy that. Again, my channel is struggling, so if you all would like me to continue to make content like this, please do whatever you can to support the channel, whatever that means to you. If you want to donate, if you want to share, whatever you want to do, it just means to me that you are watching and you enjoy what I do. It's me, Mr. Bucket List here. I hope you all have a good evening, a good night, a good morning, and I'll see you soon. Peace out. Thanks for watching the video. If you like what you saw, please check out my channel for more videos just like this. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.